Hi everyone, it's Moody Boo, and I am back with another review. So, anybody who knows me knows Molecule 01 by Escentric Molecules is one of my favorite perfumes of all time. It's in my top 5. Yeah, I'll give it that, a top 5. So, of all time. So when they came out with Molecule 01 plus Mandarine, plus Iris, and plus Patchouli, I thought that I was going to blast into another dimension. I was so excited. And so I got the sample pack. I almost blind bought. Almost. But Molecule 1 or Escentric Molecules can be kind of hit and miss for me. Some of them I really get and adore. And others I'm like, So I didn't want to just blind buy because I have my eye on a few other bottles of perfume during my no buy perfume buy hiatus. Not supposed to be purchasing anything right now, but I'm doing it anyway. But you know I would. So I went and got the sample pack like a responsible frag head, which is very unlike me. But I did it. So I've been working with them for about a week. And I want to talk about them. And I want to tell you which ones, if any, I plan on purchasing. So I'm going to start with my least favorite, which is the Iris. And I have that one right here. And one thing I'm going to say is that the performance is not nearly what I'd hoped it would be. The Iris is super light. It starts off a little cold, metallic, slightly sweet Iris. And when it dries down, it keeps that slightly cold, metallic kind of a feel. And it remains sweet. But it gets a little bit earthier when it dries down. I assume it's the ISOE Super because the only notes, according to Fragrantica, and I mean, how could they mess that up? It's just Iris plus ISOE Super. The ISOE Super that they use for Molecule 01. And it is really nice. It's a bit powdery, but I find a lot of Iris perfumes. A lot of Iris perfumes are a bit powdery. Not all of them. And actually not my favorite, but a lot of them can be very powdery. So this one holds true to tradition. It's so light though. I think if it was stronger, I would enjoy it more. Now the ISOE Super, I'm going to spray some more on because it's been about an hour and a half, 2 hours since I sprayed it. So, and here's what the sample pack looks like. Iris, Patchouli, Mandarine. So, the Iris is really, not the Iris note, but the perfume in general seems very light to me. And I'm going to kind of overspray it so I can really smell it. Which is weird because Molecule 01 is not light to me. It has a heck of a projection for me, on me, with me, about me. Overspray. I never do that. It's kind of fun, actually. And see, for Blast, now granted, this kind of a crappy sample sprayer. The other two are better. This one isn't as good. It kind of streams out. It's almost more like a merge between a dabber and a sprayer. Kind of a sprabber. Dayer? I don't know. So look how wet my arm is. It really should be projecting. And it's not. It's not projecting very much at all. This is a very intimate scent. it's a very nice iris, don't get me wrong. But it would be for the type of personality that doesn't want to stand out in a crowd, or you just want an iris perfume for day wear, for working, because this would be a good perfume to wear to work. I think you could even wear this to work out. It's so light. But it's not so powdery that it would bother anybody. I don't know if anybody would even detect it, honestly. It's really pretty, very pretty. But you really need to be a personality that likes more of the intimate skin scent kind of perfumes, I think, to enjoy this iris. Of course, my personality dictates that it be some crazy, wild, loud kind of an iris before it attracts my attention, but I am not the mainstream kind of personality when it comes to perfumes. What? Shocker. Anyway, it is really pretty, really pretty. I don't think it's anything very unique. And I think the ISO E Super is not very prominent. It just, like I said, when it dries down, it warms up a little bit, gets a bit earthier. But I don't really detect the ISO E Super. So, and it lasts, I'd say, about 6 hours. And that's with 2 to 3 sprays. With this thing, though, this crappy little sprayer. So don't judge it on that, is all I'm saying. Oh, it is really nice. It's very nice. It's simple. It's understated. Yeah, and I think it's unisex, but a little more on the feminine side because it is light, airy, a hint sweet, really not imposing in any kind of way. Not that a masculine fragrance would be. Yeah, a very reserved kind of personality when it comes to their fragrances, I think, would enjoy this. But somebody with my crazy ass personality, no. I enjoy it, but it's not something I'm going to be buying a full bottle of. That's all I'm saying. I'm glad I got it. I'm glad I sniffed it, but this is a no. I will not be buying it. Next one.
Like, subscribe, and ring the bell.
My next favorite is the Patchouli. Yeah, I knew I was going to like it because I love Patchouli and I love ISO E Super, especially Escentric Molecules ISO E Super, so I knew I was going to like it. And I do. At first, I was a little underwhelmed, to be really honest with you. But the more I wore it, as days went on, the more I enjoyed it. So in this one is just Patchouli and ISO E Super. So I have this one here, right here. So I'm going to spray again. I know, I'm so decisive. I'll give it a third spray. And this one projects better than the iris, for sure. This one goes probably more like elbow to hand, kind of a distance, 2 feet or something. It does perform better. And this reminds me of another Patchouli. I don't think I bought it, but I sampled it or I have a decant. That helps you not at all. But that's, I'm just saying it does remind me of a different Patchouli perfume I have smelled. I don't think one in my collection though. And this one has, again, a hint of sweet, just a hint. It's earthy. It's got this wonderful earthy patchouli. It's not a green patchouli. It's not a head shop hippie patchouli. It's not a dirty patchouli. It's a very earthy, warm, maybe a hint kind of, sometimes patchouli can come across a little chocolatey, like a little bit of dark chocolate added to it. And I kind of get that vibe. It's that kind of patchouli. Warm, earthy, hint sweet. And there's still just this touch of metallic to it when you first spray it. Just this cold metallicness, like what you get with the iris, is there for like 2 minutes. And then it warms up and becomes this lovely patchouli. With this one, with the dry down, I don't get much ISOE Super. I'm very confused by that, because I should think that it should be fairly prominent since it's only the 2 things that are in there. But no, in the deep dry down, it does get a little warmer, little maybe woodier, but that's about it. It's just this lovely kind of monochromatic, earthy, slightly chocolatey, slightly sweet patchouli is what I get. And it lasts about the same length though. It's about 6 hours, maybe 6 to 7 hours. Again, a little surprising, because for me, Molecule 01, the original, 2 sprays of that will last me 8 hours pretty easily, especially if I get any on my clothes, and then for sure. So I really expected these to perform a little better than they are, but so far I'm not disappointed in the scent, just the performance. So that was the Patchouli and ISOE Super. Very unisex. I think this is one you could absolutely wear during the day. It's not, it's a little more formal, I think, than the iris, but it's still, it's almost a little too earthy to wear to work. I don't know. I kind of go back and forth on that, but it's not projecting enough, I wouldn't think, for a lot of nighttime fun activities. It's more intimate than that. So I'm finding a hard time thinking of a place it fits in, as far as in my fragrant lifestyle. I'm not sure. I would want it to project more. It is really pretty though. It is really pretty. Am I going to be buying a full bottle of it? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I've worn it several times, like 5 times. And I really adore it, but it's the performance thing that's kind of bugging me. So I'm on the fence with this one. So last one is the Mandarin. Oh. Now the Mandarin and ISOE Super was the one I knew I was going to adore, because I love Mandarin and I love ISOE Super. So how could that get screwed up? You know what I mean? And I have that one on my hand. So, and again, you don't get a lot of the ISOE Super in the dry down with any of them. I don't detect it at all. Just it changes the composition of the perfume in the deep dry down a little bit, with making them a little earthier, a little warmer, but it's amazing to me. I get no ISOE Super. Not really. So I'm going to spray the Mandarin again. It's on my hand. Oh, I missed. I mixed Patchouli and Mandarin. Oh, that smells kind of nice. Now, here is one of the truest Mandarin orange scents I've smelled. This is truly peeling a Mandarin orange. You get the peel and the pulp at the same time, because you get the sweet pulp of the Mandarin, and then you also get that tart, bright zest from the Mandarin peel. It's all right there. It is beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful orange perfume, and I am really digging on the orange perfumes these days. It's one of my go-to. Orange and lime are two notes I'm really loving for spring and summer months. Oh, it's so pretty. Yes, and I think I'm going to be buying a full bottle of this one because, like I said, it is a proper orange perfume. Again, I don't get a lot of Isoi Super in the dry down, but when it dries down, the peel of the orange kind of tames down, and it's just more, it's more like an orange grove or something that you're smelling, like a whole bunch of oranges have just been harvested from an orange grove, and you're standing in front of this barrel full of mandarin oranges that are peeling and opening up, but you're still standing in the grove, and it's a dry grove, so it's not super moist, but the oranges offset that dryness because they're super moist, super juicy. Oh, yes, this is a beauty. And this is such a versatile, did I spray it again? I think I did. I'm gonna spray it again. Anyway, this is a super versatile beauty too, because I think you could wear this during the day. I think you could wear it at night for fun activities, and during the day, I absolutely think you could wear it to work. And it's not beast mode or anything, and it's a really light, lovely, kind of uplifting orange. So I think you could even wear it to the gym if you wanted to. Not that I'm ever going back to the gym. I got my gym built in my living room right now. So, oh, it is really pretty. It probably projects the best out of the three, but it's still not great. It's still within arm's length, I think. It lasts about 7-8 hours, right in there. And that's with 3 sprays. But I have no issue overspraying these. They never become beast mode. In fact, it's really kind of a waste of perfume, I think, because the only extra projection that you get is within the first few minutes. And then it's as if you never oversprayed at all with these. Oh, it's so pretty. Very unisex, just like the scent of orange is very unisex. So I think I'm going to end up with a bottle of this. And after I do, I'm going to do my top oranges, because orange is one of those notes I love wearing in the summertime, in the heat. Orange and lime. I love citrus perfumes. I love tropical smelling perfumes. So that's the time that I'll wear some Tier and some Frangipani and some Ylang Ylang heavy perfumes, and coconut perfumes and pineapple perfumes. All of the scents that remind me of Hawaii. I tend to wear those a lot in the summer. Oh, yes, I love it very much. Refreshing, unisex. As far as time of year to wear these, I really can't see any of these being worn in the cold winter months because they just don't project enough to get noticed by the wearer during cold winter months, I don't think. I think all 3 of these need to be worn in warmer temps. All right, that was Mandarin plus Isoi Super by Escentric Molecules, and the Patchouli and the Iris. And this is the only one I'm probably going to buy. Yup. Again, I'm talking myself into it as I do the review, but you know how I go. So, all right, well, I guess that's about it. And thank you so much for being here. I just can't even believe anybody comes back a second time, let alone a third or fourth. So, but you do, and I just really, really appreciate it. So don't forget to like, and subscribe and ring the bell and comment if you want. If you don't, it's all good. I still love you. Use your own nose. Peace.